Hello, people of the internet, and welcome back to War for the Crown, Songbird, Scion, Saboteur. We are in session 36, where last we left off, the party found their way into the Tellus estate, fought some quote-unquote bandits, fought a big dude with an axe, and are now fighting a big spider. Well, not big spider, a half-man, half-spider, but not a spider-man, a man-spider. And Brom got dropped, and we're just gonna kick off the session right in the action with Desmond's turn.
Alright, sounds good. I think I can make it over to him. Oh, he's 10 feet up in the air, right?
He is hanging 10 feet on the pillar, yes.
Okay, so I should be able to get here safely, and then do we have homebrew rules for giving potions to another, or it's just normal rules?
I don't know of any homebrew rules. But to be fair, I also don't know of any actual rules.
Oh, okay. Well, Cure Light Wounds says it's 1d8 points of damage plus 1 point per caster level.
Which should always be assumed to be minimum.
Okay.
And I think Cure Light Wounds is a first level, so it would be +1.
Okay.
And it would make sense that it uses your standard action to feed it to him.
Yeah.
So there you go. We have potentially rule now.
So that will be 7 hit points given to Brom. Is that sufficient to bring Brom above 0? Or, well, whatever state he's in.
Sorry. What was that?
Is 7 hit points healed to Brom enough to bring him to
Brom is still down.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have anything that I can do as a swift action to help protect him? You're not dying, right? You're just down.
No, I have negative HP.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Well, I mean, after getting killed, he's not dying. The healing itself is stabilizing. He's just unconscious.
Okay. Since he's on the ground, would it be possible to put myself over him and kind of share the space?
I'm gonna jank rule this. I'm gonna say no, you can't share the space, but I will allow a jank version of what Artanis can do in Rise of the Rune Lords, where if he double attacks Brom, the first attack can go to you instead, but just the first one.
Okay, I'll take that.
Okay.
Thank you.
And if that is it from you, Anna, you're up. Okay. Oh my god, I don't even have my character sheet open. A 23 does hit. Ooh, okay. Alright. I'm not sure there's anything Brom can do. Alrighty. Okay. Let me Google something real quick. Just so I have this up.
Or intimidation.
I think that's like an actual action you can do to call out and challenge someone.
Okay.
Because I know there's a feat that lets you do it better. And it is almost something I took in a different game. But in this game, I'm taking actions that are meant to kill you, so that's different.
That's very true. All right.
Okay. Baron Tellus is 10 feet up. And let me look at this. He's still entangled. That's a thing. Takes a -2, -4. Escape artist or strength. Alright, he doesn't like being entangled. He's gonna use his standard action to try and break out. What is your kinetic blast DC?
Oh, it is... Shoot, I had this open like 3 seconds ago. It's right here. Oh, it doesn't list my DC. With same DC as your kinetic blast. Okay, and kinetic blast is up here. What the heck's my kinetic blast?
This is where we learn that Desmond has never been a kineticist. He's actually been...
I think I've always had the freaking kineticist page open. Okay, this is much quicker. Blah 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 blah. Kinetic blast. DC. Where the heck did it go? I am so sorry.
No, you're good. This is a very... I don't think I've ever asked you this question before because no one ever tried to break out because they died like 2 turns after.
No, there it is. 10 plus the wild talent's effective level, which for me is... it's going to be 2 plus the kineticist constitution modifier. Okay. So the difficulty will be 16.
Okay. He's gonna go for just the straight strength and try and rip himself free of it. And Pathfinder does meet to beat, right?
Yes, it
think
does.
so.
Okay, because he gets a 16 on the die.
He's also intimidated right now.
That is true. Oh yeah, okay. He's shaken. He has a -2, yeah, so he doesn't make it.
Oof.
So he is very frustrated about that. And he's just gonna curse under his breath and stay where he is, observing you all kind of panic a little bit. Taevanae.
Okay. Still holding my meteor hammer in one hand, at least. I give a hand to Brom, I crouch down a little bit, and I shout, "Get up!" Should be 4, so... That's 1 and 6. Shouldn't that be 7 plus 4? What the hell happened?
That's weird.
Screw that, I'm rolling dice. I don't know what happened with that. I apologize. It should be 2d8 plus 4 for my level. So that, wouldn't you know it, is 10. So go ahead and take 10 hit points, Brom. And I will turn my attention back to the Baron. That should be
Alright.
10.
Desmond.
How much health did you heal me?
10.
Oh. Okay, that officially wakes me.
Okay, cool. I think I will use a move action to gather energy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna pile on more of this. I guess it doesn't really stack. I guess I'll just use Focused Blast. So this is gonna be +1 to my attack roll.
Okay.
Oh goodness.
That +1 won't save you.
Yeah, against touch. Yeah, I suspect not, unless it's denied its dexterity bonus because it's entangled. And it also has a -4 penalty to dexterity right now. I mean, it's still in that one. It's still in that one. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Yep, that's that's all I can do.
Okay. Anna.
Every time, yeah.
Yes. An entangled creature moves at half speed, cannot run a charge, and takes a -2 penalty on all attack rolls and a -4 penalty to dexterity. It doesn't say anything about being flat-footed.
But is it rooted in place? Because it did fail a second save against it. That's why it's stuck. It's rooted in place, as if anchored to an immobile object.
I should say, flat-footed is an easy way to say it, but it's whenever the dexterity is denied to AC.
Yeah.
That is a better...
You've only, to my knowledge, you've only hit him with the Entangling Infusion once. which is why he tried breaking out of it. He does not have the second portion of the infusion.
Oh. Okay. Shoot, that would have changed what I tried to do, but that's okay. I roll a nat 1 anyway. Wouldn't have mattered. Okay, fair enough.
Maybe?
I don't know that one off the top of my head. Can you look that up?
Move action. It's a move action.
Okay. Can I pick up 2 weapons at once and store one of them? I'll use my entire action if I need to in order to do that.
If you want to use everything, sure.
Yeah, so I will pick up my longsword, the Karina's blade, store that in its sheath, and then pick up the longbow and knock an arrow for next round of shooting. And that one.
Alright. Brom, you have breath returned to you.
What happened? Okay.
Doesn't matter, just keep fighting.
How high is the Baron right now?
10 feet.
And 10 feet up.
I'm guessing that's outside my swinging range.
Likely.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast shield on myself. Okay.
Alright.
And I suppose there's not really anything else I can do.
I mean,
Right.
if you want, you can step away from the pillar, so he has a harder time trying to drag you up. Yeah, standing up.
I forget. It's a 5-foot step, right? That's a movement action. Without aggroing him.
5-foot step is if you don't do any other movement, or sorry, if you don't move to any other square. So if you use your move action to stand up, I think you can still take the 5 foot. Does that sound right?
Well, I guess.
That really
Well, I guess-
sounds like a GM call.
Well, I guess also he's 10 foot high. Is he? Am I within his?
I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, you're not.
Yeah,
within his range.
she's not going to be able to hit you anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'll go ahead and do that, and I'll go cast shield.
Alright. The Baron... The Baron is going to try and cast a spell, so he has to do concentration. Okay. Okay. And I think, if I'm remembering correctly, the entanglement does not affect this, so it's just his regular roll. So he does get it off. He is staying where he is. This is his last one of these he can do, because I don't mind saying that, because I think I said that last time.
Okay.
As... Where
Sorry.
are they?
The entanglement does affect spell casting. It's in the notes under.
No, it does, but not the minuses.
Oh, yeah.
He has to make a concentration because of being entangled, but the negatives it gives him doesn't affect the actual roll.
Yeah.
His last one, as he points underneath the trio, and underneath you begins swarming a whole lot of spoders. Taevanae, spiders everywhere.
Yeah, I don't remember swarm rules exactly, if they hurt me on the start of my turn or if they hurt me on the start of their turn, or like.
Let me look up swarm. I'm gonna Google this. Hold on. Swarm. They deal automatic damage to any creature whose space they occupy at the end of their move.
Okay, interesting. So I'm gonna 5-foot step, not have any damage that would interfere with spellcasting, and I'm gonna thwart him for a 3rd time.
Oh, more create water.
Yes, there's so much water in here. It's soaked in here.
What did I roll for this? Dexterity?
I have
Yeah.
no idea.
I believe I rolled dexterity.
Let's get rid of those spiders. Disperse, you vermin.
Oh, the small ones. You're trying to get rid of the small ones.
Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of the swarm.
What did I do then? Did I roll something for the spiders?
From my end, it was automatic, but I have no clue what you decided for that. I'm cool with whatever you want.
Let me scroll.
8 gallons of water.
I'll make a roll. I don't know what I did last time. I don't know if I rolled anything or not, so I'm just gonna roll something
That sounds good.
to see if the swarm can reconstitute after the water dumps on it.
I think that's fair.
I will. Okay, I think I did have it be automatic last time, but I don't know how many swarms there are going to be in this campaign, and, you know, if Create Water just destroys all my swarms, that's something I'm going to have to stop at some point. So how about you roll me whatever the damage dice is of your main weapon, and we'll have that be the damage toward the swarm.
Sure, I can work with that. Would there be any pluses or just the damage die?
Just straight regular damage die.
Okay. Okay. 4.
Okay. You do... The water splashes over the swarm, removing a decent chunk of spiders, but there is still enough for them to be able to reconstitute and make an effective swarm.
Good for them. You know?
Yeah. And I will... Someone can type this out somewhere. We'll let this be the precedent going forward. If you create water on swarms, we'll just have it be the damage dice of whatever weapon you have. Rather than auto kill my swarms. Is that all, Taevanae?
That would be all.
Desmond.
Alright. Let's actually anchor this guy to the pillar here. I'll spend a move action to gather energy, take a 5-foot step, and then I'm gonna blast the Baron with an Entangling Infusion. Let's see if it
Okay.
actually hits, though. There we go. Does an 11 hit his touch?
He has a -4 to dexterity. But it doesn't automatically add on the character sheet, so I don't know how much that actually removes.
It should remove 2 from his AC.
2 from the AC. So that's -2 to his touch then.
Yeah.
If it's -2 to his touch, that does not do it.
Okay.
So your Cold Blast goes wide.
Yes. This is starting to make me sad. This infusion always has such bad luck. Except the one time it did hit last session.
I think it's only when you specifically power up, though. I feel like you hit every time you don't specify you're powering up, and I think every time you said I'm powering up, it's missed.
You know what? Okay.
Maybe you just gotta stop saying I'm powering up.
Yeah, I will word it differently.
Yeah, like I'm pretty confident in these 36 sessions. Every single time you said I'm powering it up, you've missed.
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident on that. Someone can go back and watch it, but I'm pretty sure it's every time.
Okay, I won't say that anymore. I pass the turn.
Alright. Oh, I need to open up my spiders. That's really funny. My swarm. My swarm wants to be within the most amount of people possible.
Yep.
Which means my swarm is just gonna kerplunk. And 5 foot go right there. Which means, at the end of its move, Taevanae and Desmond, you're going to take 4 points of damage, and I need a fortitude save.
Fortitude save.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay, you guys take the damage, but you are not nauseated.
Excellent.
Anna. Yes. Okay. That does not hit. Okay, Brom.
I'm gonna go ahead and swing at the swarm.
Alrighty.
Alright, let me see. It's been a while since I actually swung a weapon.
That will hit the swarm. And you will squash the swarm.
Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and and that'll be my turn.
Alright. The Baron is simply going to... see here. Moves at half speed. So he is going to climb down 10. And
Oh, is he now?
yes, he is.
Might I procure an attack of the opportunistic variety?
Sure, you would get it anyways because he is going to move here as well.
Okay.
But you do get it as he is climbing down.
I didn't want to, actually. I'm pretty cool without doing that, you know?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. You miss?
Got a 7.
Okay. And he is going to take one of his claws and try and strike at you, Anna.
Which I think I got an 8 because of my
That does not hit you.
judgment, but that's not
Cool.
Taevanae.
Okay. I don't know why it says 0 judgments. I should have used at least 1, but I'm pretty sure I have a judgment going on this guy, and if...
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure you've judged him.
Yeah. Okay, so... If I'm not mistaken, it was a justice, judgment, so +1 sacred bonus on all attack rolls. So I'm going to 5-foot step, shimmy my my meteor hammer a little bit to be in the middle, and I'm gonna strike twice.
Okay.
+4 each time. Not a whole lot of bonus, but enough. Okay, well, that's a 10 and a 20.
10 no, 20 yes.
That's what I thought. Ugh. 4 damage.
4 whole damage.
It's going fine.
Alright, and that is all?
Hold on, would it...
Oh, holding on.
This is a long shot. Would a 12 have hit? I don't
Believe it or
think-
not, but no.
Okay, that's it.
Alright. Desmond.
5-foot step. Actually, would I be able to 5-foot step around that? Or do I have to 5-foot step here?
Hold on, I'm not looking at my screen. 5-foot step around, huh? Oh, to go from here to here?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you could do that.
Okay. Not saying anything. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. That will do it. See, I've been trying to tell you. I just let it be known. It does confirm. Let it be known that for the past couple of sessions, or for every time you've said this, I'm pretty sure I said that every time you say, like, not just this session, I'm pretty sure every time I've said, every time you say it, you miss. So maybe you should have taken that lesson ages ago, but we got there today. So that's the important thing.
Crying.
That's funny.
Fuck. Oh,
That's
shit.
actually really funny.
Oh my god.
That's 26 cold damage. That's funny. You just had to keep saying it.
I know.
Like you just kept screwing yourself. So you send out this cold blast to him, and it like half of his spider-like form just gets this coating of ice. He's still up, but he is like freezing cold, and he's on death's doorway.
And he is now anchored to the ground.
All right.
Get him, Anastasia.
All right, Anna.
Alrighty. So I'm going to shift. If you'll allow me, I want to shift my longbow into my offhand, and then use my movement action to draw my longsword.
Sure.
Cool. And then I'm gonna take a stabby at him. Can I 5-foot step even though I used the move action to pull out the sword?
You used a move action, but you didn't move with the action.
Yeah.
Okay. So if that's the case, I want to take a 5-foot step here and then stab him.
Okay.
Stabby McStab. Well, that's rude. My dice rolled a 3 and a 16. I don't know why it's rolled twice. Okay.
That will not do it.
Okay. That does end my turn.
Brom.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and move 5, 10, 15, 20, and I'm gonna go ahead and bring my hammer down on this guy.
All right. That does not hit.
Okay, interesting. I suppose I end my turn.
The Baron does not like this position. So he's just gonna full attack.
What level do we get second attack?
I'm gonna roll a d6. 1 to 2 will be Taevanae, 3 to 4 will be Brom,
Next
4 to 5 will be Anna. So going from left to right. No, 5 to 6. That's what I meant.
Do it. 1 and
It's
2.
going at Taevanae.
Do it.
That is a 12 and a 14.
Yeah. I jump over his attacks.
Okay, and it is your turn.
Speaking of jumping over, I'm gonna well, I don't get that bonus anymore. I would get that. Yeah. I guess that motion leads me to jumping back 5 feet, and I will take a single swing to try to maximize my potential.
Okay.
So that'll be a +6 in Fortress mode. Oh shit, what is my crit range? I don't think it's that big. Yeah, it's just a 20. Okay. So that's still gonna be 24.
That will do it.
D8 plus 3. Oh, a full 11 damage. Smack right to the side
11
of the head.
damage. How do you want to do this?
Okay, so he gets very frustrated by being ganged up, and he turns to me, because that was his decision. And as he swings, I do a jump back, spin my meteor hammer out to like swing all the way around me, like just past Desmond's like chest, and it comes right around and collapses the Baron's chest.
And as it slams into his chest, you can hear the sickening crunch of bones shattering and breaking, and the final breath let out from the Baron as he falls backwards and dead.
All right. Well, we got that figured out. I will, I guess, check the body for any items.
Sure. Yeah, give me a perception.
Sure. Perception.
You find a very nice looking cloak on his person, as well as what appears to be like the family ring, the Tellus signet ring.
Tellus spelled like that.
Telus.
All right, got it. Well, everyone all right?
Well, still breathing, so there's
Feel
that.
better, but who out of us looks the most out of it? I'm kind of assuming Brom.
I feel like that's a very accurate assumption.
I'm going to cast Cure Light on my.
Oh, thank God.
I guess I heal for 11.
Yep.
Yep.
Right. Right.
Are you level 3?
Yeah. Well, actually, no. I think I'm a level 4.
Then that should be 12.
Okay.
What is going on with these spell rolls?
It's all broken.
Looking around inside this chamber, does it look like he bolted? It looks like everything was probably bolted from the other side, right? Like his side of the doors doesn't have like the chains and the padlocks and stuff like that on it.
No.
It's definitely wet. Like every step that Anastasia takes, it's like slosh, 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 slosh.
I think it's less slosh and just more squish every time your shoes are soaked and everyone is just squishing or squelching around the field.
That's very fair.
Yeah, I think I'm just using my hydrokinesis to kind of move the water and like clear out the spiders that are still left. Like the yeah. That way we're not
Hydrokinetically wring out your clothing.
yeah. And I'll like wash everyone down because we all got like caught in some spiders at one point or another. But yeah, I'll kind of wash everyone down. But I think Desmond would go to the center of the room and see if there's anything that stands out in the room now. Now
Okay.
that the Baron is gone.
You can give me a perception.
Okay. There you go. Better than Artanis.
You look around, looking up towards the spider webs, looking around the rest of the room. There doesn't seem to be much in here.
Okay. And then just off the top of my head, like trying to recall, I think we know what's on the other side of these doors, right? Like we came in through the right side.
You do not know what's behind this door.
Okay. Okay. Then as soon as everyone recoups, I think I'll head towards that door.
Okay.
Um, can I check the door for possible booby traps?
You certainly can.
Okay. Jeez, Artanis needs these rolls.
It doesn't appear to be trapped, and compared to all the other doors, this door doesn't appear to be locked either.
Oh, okay.
Oh, weird.
I will try it.
You try it, and it opens. And as it
Ooh.
opens to this destroyed looking library, the first thing that catches your eye is the big pile of glittering coins. As in, it is a massive pile of all different types of coinage, just in like the center of the room.
Oh, goodness. Okay. We're gonna need some help picking all this money out.
Here we go. There you go.
That's a lot of money.
Desmond, may I?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Detect Evil on that pile of coins, see if it's cursed or anything.
You detect nothing.
I will do detect magic.
If I hear about a pile of coin, I'm gonna like probably shove. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm gonna shove my way into there. Um, I mean, unless someone like physically stops me.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Um,
grab you by the collar of your shirt before you get past me, and just very softly say, "Let me make sure it's not magically booby trapped first, please."
Fair enough. Pie, would I see anything?
Remind me. Remind me.
Yeah. I don't know how to give this to. I'll just copy paste.
You can send it to me in
2GM.
Discord. For that.
This works. Already there.
Okay. So there are magical auras in this room within the pile of coinage.
Hmm.
You get there are pings of at least 3 items, 3 different things within the coin piles, and I will allow some Arcana checks if you would like to determine the school of magic involved in each.
Oh my god.
All 3. All right, one moment.
When you grab my collar, which is fair, very fair. I do respond. That's a good call. There's a few magic spots in there.
Um, Okay. You can tell that the first one is... God, it doesn't tell me what type of magic this is. I'll just tell you. The first item, you can at most see the outline, seems to be some sort of magical ping coming off of a set of armor. For Taevanae, the second one, you're getting a ping of some sort of scroll that might have some sort of, I'll just say, healing properties. And the third one, you have no idea. For the both of you.
Okay. With the knowledge that I'm not getting pings from anywhere else but the pile, and it seems like they are not, threatening pings or anything like that, I will just very gently let go of Taevanae, and say, all right, just be careful.
Yes, I will steer clear of the magic. And I go into the pile and grab a handful of at least 10 gold.
Okay. You grab a handful of 10 gold.
Okay. I don't know if anyone sees this. If they're paying attention, they probably do. I'm just gonna see what Mr. GM thinks about it.
Oh my god, I love thinking about things. How do you know? It's my favorite. Yes, this pile isn't just coinage. All of you do see a lot of there seems to be gems of various kinds as well. This is a pile of treasure, quite literally. There's cutlery, there's gems, there's coinage, there's items. It is a pile of treasure, and understood from the whisper.
Yay. Well, come on in. I don't really think any of this is particularly dangerous.
I'm going to ask the two who sense magic if they can sort of point at the areas where they could sense magic items, so that I can just start getting the coins that are far away from them.
I will pick up the scroll of general positive energy and lay it on like the bench over here to get rid of at least one of the items.
And I will pick up the armor. Is it, as I'm pulling it out, is it plate mail? Is it a full set?
It is a set of full plate.
Holy shit. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I will pull it out and like set the suit like on the bench beside it and kind of give like a little huff as I do. Like, oh man, that sucker's heavy.
Could I look at the armor? Let me see. I'm not sure if I could use craft armor to the quality of the armor or anything.
I don't believe so.
Okay. I was like wondering if I could like be able to. Oh, that would be appraise, right? Appraise to see how the quality.
Yeah, appraise would be for the cost or your quality.
Okay, you know what? I'll give it a whirl. I'll go ahead and praise the armor.
I'd like to try as well if I could.
Sure. You can also, if anyone has, I had to look this up. If anyone has it, I believe you can use spellcraft to identify the properties of magical items.
Oh, yeah, I'll go do that instead.
I would like to take a praise instead. My roll's higher.
There you go.
So, Brom, if you're taking the time to figure out the armor, it is a very nice set of armor, as it is a full set of +1 full plate.
Jesus.
I guess I'll look at the party. It's like, does anyone want this? Sort of seeing if anyone's interested. It's like sort of giving the impression like, I want this.
I can't wear that.
I would only use it as a bargaining chip.
Anastasia kind of chuckles and picks up like the chess piece of it and says, "Do you want to put it on now, Brom? I'll help you."
I'll be like, sure. I can go help hold some of your share temporarily, like trying to bring this to the wagon. I can take this as my payment if you want.
That's fine with me, but let's get you suited up. It's gonna take less time if somebody helps you.
Can I investigate the third magic item?
Sure. You want to do spellcraft?
Yeah, might as well.
Would I be able to assist Taevanae, or am I a bit?
You're
preoccupied?
putting on your armor.
Right.
Okay.
Fair enough. 15.
15, you say?
Not a terrible roll, but maybe limited results.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. You pick up this third item. It is a... The first thing you notice is it has bite marks and looks to be slightly chewed.
Yeah, 100%.
And as you sit there and identify it, actually,
This is so strange.
you have yourself a wand of color spray
Ah,
God.
that holds 42 charges.
Jesus.
42. Okay. Neat.
As I'm suiting up Brom, I will tell the party, is the idea to just lug all this out to the cart and take it back? Is that the plan?
I think that would make sense.
Yeah, I don't see any other reason to leave it here.
To
And I
confirm,
suppose I'll bring up the suggestions like, we should probably reserve some for city building, or for the town.
Sure, let's concern
Let's figure out
ourselves
how
with
much
the
it's worth.
allocation once we take it back.
Yep, sounds good.
okay, and to confirm, Pi, this is the bandit camp's headquarters. Like, we've gotten rid of the bandits, or Do we feel like this is the location?
To your knowledge, you have gotten rid of them.
Okay, cool. And then to our knowledge, have we searched this whole place?
I think the only room you did not fully there's the room with the rotting meat that you did not go into.
Nope.
And then I think you guys looked at where the big guy with the axe came from, and then immediately turned around and left.
Okay.
It's true, we did not really investigate any of those rooms.
Before we get too loaded down, I'm all for not going in the smelly room. I will be the first to say that. But we probably should look at the room where the gentleman with the giant axe came from. Before we get loaded down on coin and start making trips.
Certainly. I'll start heading.
Is
All
Brom
right.
all suited up?
I'll say Brom can get suited up at this point.
Okay, Brom, give yourself the +1 full plate mail.
Yep, already did. I suppose while someone's gonna go explore that person's room, I'm gonna go ahead and I guess in game just start loading up the coins into the wagon.
All right. You're just grabbing coins and loading it up.
I suppose I look around to see if there's like a bag or something that I could put them in.
You could probably find a crate or something to begin stashing.
Okay. I'll go ahead and do that. My character will just stay here. I'm not sure unless you want me to move back.
No, we can just say you're doing it.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. You guys can find your way back to the Master Freighter Mosel's room pretty easily. Which was, this one up here.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, that's what I thought.
Mm.
So what's in here? Outside of probably a horror.
And if you'd like to investigate the room, you can do a perception.
Sure. Outside of the awful smell, what is in here? Let us find out. Total of 20.
Total of 20. So you begin looking around the room. The awful smell room was a different room. You begin looking around the room. It seems pretty empty up until you find a loose stone in the wall next to the bed. And you're able to pull it out. And within it, you find a journal, some sort of hard-covered book, a bundle of gold, and some sort of figurine that is in the shape of an owl.
Okay. Is it a regular owl or is it an owlbear?
It looks like an owl.
Cool. Sure. I will slip the coins and the owl in my bag, and then I will grab the journal and give it a flip through, maybe go to like the last entry and see what he says.
Sure. You flip through the journal, flip to the last entry, and begin reading it. And the basic information you gather is this man, Master Freighter Mosel, was a former game warden of the Barons. Turned into his reluctant jailer. He has been here since the curse that the Baron had placed on him and has kept him locked away since. And everything has been going well until the forceful implementation of these soldiers. He did not ask for them to be here. He did not want them here. But they didn't threaten the escape of the Baron, and so he reluctantly put up with them as well. And that's where the last journal entry stands, that he was upset at these bandits being here, but he didn't mind because they helped keep the safety of the estate in check. No one would come here while the bandits were here, which made keeping the Baron safer easier.
Interesting. Looking over and seeing Desmond had walked in the room with me, I will toss him the journal and say, maybe you can add this to your book collection. Learn a little bit more about this guy and what he was doing here.
I suppose. Does the book have any details on his whereabouts now?
The gentleman with the axe?
Oh, this is him. Like, we know that.
You murdered him, yeah.
Okay.
Well, he's
Well,
over there,
I guess
and there,
sucks to
and
be
there,
him.
and there. Looks like that's about all there is to this room. Wonder who put the curse on the Baron, though. That's a little strange.
Well, I don't think we'll find out any more sticking out around here.
I agree. Was just more pondering than really anything else. Let's head back so we can start making trips to the cart with the money.
Yeah, and I'll do that.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything for you, Taevanae? I see you down there.
Yeah, I guess just pondering some stuff. I probably wouldn't say anything unless someone, called me out on me sitting there, but otherwise I'm just pondering.
Okay. Well, you ponder while the others were reading the journal and
Correct.
eventually go back to carrying the coin to the cart. Yeah, you guys are able to carry the stuff. Are you guys leaving the? Are you guys, as you guys carry the gold out, do you leave via the side entrance and past the smelly stink room, or do you go through the open hole in the actual front of the building? I guess that's a question specifically for Brom. Brom, when you carry back the first grouping of gold, do you go through the side entrance or do you go directly through the front?
Is the front door locked or anything?
No, the front door was the giant hole. Here, I'll show you. I'll drag you. Was the giant hole in the front of the place that was busted down. And you guys took the side entrance coming in.
I suppose, I guess I stick my head out. Can I do a perception check just to see if there's anyone out there or anything?
Sure. You can give me a perception check. Okay, you do not see anyone. I'm actually going to move everyone back to some spots real quick. Because this would have happened in the past. This would have been happening as you guys got the book, as you're pondering. Brom, I'm glad I asked this. I'm kind of evil for asking this a little bit. Give me a reflex save, please.
Sure.
So I imagine there would be a scream that everyone would hear. Because Brom, as you go to step through the front entrance, you suddenly feel nothing beneath your feet. And you begin to fall. And you fall hard. And you take 10 points of damage as you fall and land on hard, solid ground. Gold goes everywhere, and you are in a pit. And I imagine you... Would Brom have screamed?
He would have cursed more than anything, honestly.
So, I mean, that's fair. You probably all would have heard loud cursing, because I don't think you can be quiet while you're falling 30 feet.
Out of game, why is this my character's fate?
Taevanae, you go.
Yeah, well, no, don't worry. It was just like, I think all my characters have fallen into pitfalls at this point.
Yeah.
Taevanae, you make it to the entrance following the cursing. You look 30 feet down, and there's Brom laying on his butt with gold everywhere.
Oh my. Okay.
I look at Taevanae, probably take the side entrance. I'm gonna figure a way how to get out of here. As I I think I have some rope on me.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
I
think I
do.
prefer that. If you can toss that up to me.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and toss. Well, I'm gonna toss like one end of the hemp rope towards Taevanae. I guess I'm just gonna tell her look for something to tie it to.
I'll probably thread it through this, through and around these two little arrow slits. Maybe
Sure.
with Desmond's assistance to
Sure.
get it all the way around. And there, now you've got a pillar to hold on to.
Alright. Give me climb if you got it, Brom. I believe you get bonuses for having rope.
Yep. All right. Climbing.
Yeah, I'll say that's plenty enough to be able to make it to the top.
Oh,
I guess I'm gonna like start looking at rooms for like a basket, or I guess I would settle for like a sheet.
You can
Anything
definitely
to-
find sheets. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Pillowcases.
like yeah. Toss the bed sheet down so that we can
Recollect the coins.
yes.
Mhm. It takes a while. I mean, just transporting everything, gathering everything. You guys are here for a good portion of the day,
That's fair.
Be it.
but you can collect everything.
It'll do.
So, kind of just fast forward, maybe, you know, sun is soon to be getting ready to set. You guys can have collected everything and brought it all to your wagon, unless there's anything else you'd like to do within the estate itself.
Where do we want to bed down for the night?
Anywhere that I can have some privacy. No offense, I'm not used to sleeping in a room with 3 other people.
No offense taken.
That is fair.
Other than the Tellus estate, where would you think is appropriate?
Anywhere I can set up my own tent.
Why don't we stay here, and we can stay in the rooms, and when the person is staying guard, they stay guard outside here, watching the cart.
That sounds doable.
Or we can bring the cart into the right. I think it was big enough for the cart. Maybe?
You're not fitting a cart into this building.
Okay. Okay, then we will do it.
Out of curiosity, how do the walls look? Is it decrepit or no signs of being able to be broken?
If you want to do home renovations, it's going to take you a while.
I suppose how much time do we have until nightfall?
You also, with the state of the fort, or the state of the estate as you look at it, you can probably gather that you also might risk just collapsing the place on top of you.
Okay,
It's
I
fine.
guess
We can,
we'll just post.
yeah. And we can cover the wagon with rugs or tarps, to make it a little more inconspicuous. The horses too, we can bring inside to let them rest.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Where do you want to put the horses? Where are you going to be in? Because the horses are big. This place does have like individual rooms, like sleeping rooms, like uh, um, servants' rooms. You could probably bring the horses into the main area. I don't know about getting that far.
Yeah, I think the main area kind of makes sense.
I can't bring my horse in here. He has to get
No.
covered in cobwebs.
You could bring the horses into this area.
Okay. Make sure to feed the horses so they can relax in here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just push open each of the doors just to kind of reveal the servants' quarters so we all kind of get a choice of where we want to sleep.
All the doors are open.
How do we want to set up the night watch?
There's a book here.
I think
Um,
Taevanae has do you have low light or dark vision, Taevanae?
I can see further than most of you, yes.
Okay. So you'll probably have your own watch. Brom, your
Correct.
perception isn't particularly high, right?
No, it is not that high.
And then Anastasia, how's your perception?
I could probably hold my own, but someone should be partnered with Brom to help him get in and out of that plate armor.
True. So perhaps Brom and Anastasia take one watch. Taevanae and I will take one watch each.
think I will sleep on this couch. Just be within an earshot just in case if someone starts getting attacked.
Brom, do you want to take first watch so you're still in your armor, or do you want to take last watch so we can put you in your armor in the morning?
I think I'll take first watch with someone.
Okay, I'll take it with you, and then before we turn in for the night, I'll help you get out of your armor.
Nighty night.
Taevanae, would you like second or third?
I can take second.
Very well.
All right, come on, Brom. Come on, Brom. We're gonna go hang out outside. Oot.
All right. Well, the outside crew roll me perceptions. The night starts. You hear the sounds of birds, the sounds of usual nightlife, but your hours come and go without any approach of anything.
Nice. All right. Brom, you want to sleep in the open room at the front? Is that correct?
Muted.
Yep. Yes, just in case if Taevanae or Desmond need help.
All right. You can start taking off your armor. I'll go get Taevanae, and then I'll help you get out of it before I retire for the night.
Alright, sounds good.
So I will knock on the door. Taevanae, it's your turn. Not even a thank you. Goodness.
I mean, to be fair, if you woke me up and told me, hey, you have to go do something, I wouldn't thank you.
That's very fair. I'm just picking on June because her mic is muted, and I wasn't sure if she actually meant to say anything to me or not.
An acknowledgement, probably. No, I wouldn't say thank you.
A grumble. Good morning, good night.
Pretty much.
Yep. So I will help Brom out of his armor, and then I will also retire for the evening.
Okay. I guess I could have been descriptive. While Brom and Anna, while you guys would take your watch, was there anything you guys were doing, or were you just spending your night watching?
Um, I suppose I was trying to stay on watch, but looking at my number, I guess I wasn't doing that good of a job.
I think outside of just paying attention, I think she would also be trying to help Brom get used to moving in full plate mail because I imagine that that's a new feeling for him, which is why he was distracted. So.
Okay. Well then, same double question to Taevanae. Can you please give me a perception? And other than keeping your eyes out, is there anything special you do during your watch while you're up?
Yeah. So 16 perception, and I think I. So
You ponder?
I think I do ponder. I ponder for quite a bit. I get a mirror out, and for just a bit, since I don't need to cast anything else, I will disguise self on myself to uh to look at the brown-haired half-elf.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, you do that, and you quite literally ponder. Ponder the reflection as your night, your watch comes and goes. Maybe you hear the far off sounds of
Hey, are you still hungry?
gravel on the Gold Coast Highway, or maybe you hear the far off sounds of. For how sneaky they are, it is still very eerie to hear the sounds of creepy crawlies and some that may be bigger than usual in the distance. Um, but your watch does come and go.
Wonderful. Okay, I will return to bed and knock on the door I saw Desmond head into.
Okay.
Desmond?
Yes. Is it time for my watch?
It would be yes.
Uh, does do you appear to be your white-haired self or the brown-haired self?
It has far past the 40 minutes, so it's just me.
Okay. All right. Rest well.
Thank you. I intend to.
And then I think would finding a small candle or a lamp be feasible in this place?
Yeah, I mean, they'd be old. You'd find maybe a candle that is half burnt away, but you can find one.
Okay, yeah. It just needs to last for the majority of my shift, I think.
Mhm. And
Uh, I
then
I think I
same
would.
double questions.
Yes.
Perception
I'll
and what do you do?
yeah, I'll roll the perception. Rasmus, it's fine. I rolled a nat 20. Um, and I think I'll be posted up on this couch over here with this door shut, and I'll be kind of reading phrases from the Admiral arguments on the Orcish lexicon to see what else I can learn.
Sure. Um, as you read it, your night does come and go. Um, you do hear some scuttling coming from the very building you're in, from behind you near the kitchen area. Um, could be something, could not be, but you definitely hear it.
I see.
But nothing. The scuttling does not result in anything jumping out at you as your night, your watch ends, and you um, are able to finish your watch.
So you can answer this at your earliest convenience, but so far the three segments of this Orcish lexicon that I've learned is where is the bathroom, where are you going, and I know Orcish curse words.
Mm-hmm. Um. Yeah. I'll say with this night, you learn how to ask. You learn how to you learn how to ask someone in a courtship. How to ask someone out on a date in Orcish.
Ooh. Okay, so
It is
Orcish,
not. It is not kind at all.
gotcha. All right. Know how to date Orcish women. I'm sure this will be handy in some deception check way down the line. All right, sounds good. Thank you.
going to be the very last session of the campaign, and Pie's going to be like, "Here is an orcish woman for you to seduce."
Yep. But the night does come and go. You're all able to rest, recover whatever you recover. And the day is able to come to you all. Some day music I can put on. Do I have any day music? Not really. So, oh no, I do. Haha. Yep, you guys are all able to wake up.
Let's head out. I'll
Good.
take the long way around.
All right, and you are able to get your horses back outside and with the carriage.
All right.
And you guys can get back on the road once more. You were here. And the Bettany Estate's all the way over there.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Anastasia's kind of like rubbing her neck and like kind of shifting.
Good morning.
Bring us back here. No, that's the wrong music. I forgot I had that automated. It's Taevanae comes to ask you guys a question, and you feel all very threatened.
How did you sleep?
Tell me.
Tell me how you slept, damn it!
Do you feel rested? Do you, punk?
More or less.
Well, I'm awake now. Do we want to double back in the direction of the crabs, or do we want to just cut across the Casimir Highway?
I'll put us back on that map now.
You know, to be
So
perfectly
you have
fair,
good view.
You know, to be perfectly fair, if we went along the highway, we're bound to pull any of the stragglers, the robbers, to our cart.
That's likely.
Be the easiest way to clear them out.
Yeah, sure. Let's go down the Casimir Highway.
All right, sure. Let's troll for thieves. I will. It would be harder to fight on horseback if there's another person on the horse, probably.
Well, as much as I would not initially take to the idea, but the horse does seem to like you, I think I would be more inclined to jump off the horse and let you use it to gain some distance.
Your cart also isn't one of the open-backed carts. It's one of the fancy, like, indoor, like, you can sit in it, like, noble person carts.
Mm-hmm.
With how much gold we just pulled, do we have room in the cart for people to sit in there? Because I honestly don't know. That's a huge pile of gold.
It all depends on how you store it. Because those types of carts also do have, you can tie things down to the top, you can tie things on the back.
That's true. Like, how would we store this?
And then there's seats in it, in the cart, and then there's the driver's seat, to order the horses.
We probably wrapped it up in that red carpet that's like 5 miles long. That Brom fell through. But Yeah. All right. I'm not going to turn down that invitation. So it'll be Taevanae and Brom manning the wagon, and you and I will exercise judgment should we run into any thieves. Very well.
It's good.
Lovely.
All right.
All
So
right.
party talk is the intent to go here, and then would you all be good to cut across here?
Would the cart be good to do that?
Out of curiosity, when did we start trying to repair the bridge?
I don't think it
I was going to ask you that because I don't know if I marked it. You guys got 5,000 gold from the crabs. I don't think I checked off what you were getting repaired. I think did you
I'm
want
pretty sure
to
we sent
send?
immediately for the Gold Coast Canyon Bridge.
Okay,
I can't imagine it would be done anytime soon, but
so
that
that's
is what we were doing.
so that's 3,000 gold of the 5,000 spent.
I don't remember what else we spent it on.
I think it was the
So
pump.
far, the first couple of things you did was the pump house, the basic pump house, basic farms, and basic civic improvements were one of the first
think it
couple of
was,
things you did.
Sorry, I think the other 2,000 was for the basic market.
Okay.
And then I think our next plan was when we get the bridge repaired, we were going to get money to fix and restart the winery so we could start exportation of the wine. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that was the other directions. We wanted to start exporting something to start facilitating trade.
So yeah, that's part of why we sent for the Canyon Bridge. But I guess I'll ask again, is the cart capable of handling off-road?
You could certainly find out, but I mean, it's easily recognizable as, this is like a noble person's cart. It is meant to travel on road.
Yeah.
I'm personally inclined to take the road. Again, if there are any stragglers out to ensure we fix the problem, we need to pull them off the roads.
Sure, I think the concern here isn't what we're going to be recognized as. It's
We're gonna be able to cross the broken bridge.
yeah. Are we going to be able to span this?
Okay, because I went there with Kaladin?
You.
Cass-
Oh, Cassidon, yeah. You went with Cassidon.
I was so close. I went there with Cassidon. Do I know if our cart could make it across the bank that's there? Like, would it just take some time and maybe some maneuvering, but we could do it?
It would take a while, but you could do it. It would definitely take some time. It's with what you've encountered in the wilderness, it might be a tad safer than taking the cart through the wilderness. But it would definitely stop you for a good while as you move the cart through the bank and over the bridge.
Okay. Well, when I went there, while the bridge was down, we could theoretically get the cart across. We would be taking a lot of time to do it, but in the end, it may be safer than trying to trudge it through the wilderness. especially considering this card in particular is not made to go through wilderness. Not much of an expert in that, so I'm willing to default to what you guys think. But just know that we could get it across the bank that's there. We would just need to be diligent and patient with the process.
Even we can, I think I would like to take that route.
All right, then we'll take that route.
Great.
Or at
Sounds
least
good.
that's where my vote lands.
Yeah, I guess sticking to the road then.
Yep, let's do that.
All right. You guys get the cart and the horse with all your gold and newfound wealth, and begin traveling back down to the road from the Tellus estate. Do you all want to roll me some perceptions, maybe?
Sure.
Why, I would love to.
Sure. Perception. Huzzah!
I only got an 11.
Taevanae, you still notice it, but the others, maybe you're just looking out into the woods, and then you catch it. As you guys get closer to the road heading towards the Gold Coast Canyon and the Gold Coast Bridge, you notice a large grouping of people. You notice and this is like early morning. The closer you get, you notice there's a grouping of guards who all wear the sigil and symbolism of the Crab Estate, and they seem to be escorting a grouping of people. Because if I remember correctly, you did talk to the Crabs about this. They appear to be escorting a grouping of people, who are holding various sorts of tools. Some people carry hammers, some people carry pickaxes, some people are carrying other such instruments of work.
Fantastic.
And you're very close to, there may be, a couple minutes ahead of you on the road. You're going to catch up to them any second now.
Shall we ride ahead and greet them before we catch up as a whole?
Be my guest.
Sure. We'll go first. We can travel a little faster, and I will kick the horse into a gallop heading towards the grouping of travelers.
Sure. You kick up some speed and are able to eventually ride alongside them. The guards aren't startled because one of the ones in the back of this group is one of the guards you recognize as one of the men who escorted you into the building in the first place.
Okay. Yeah, I think that was my intention to let them know, hey, we're gonna catch up to you. We're not hostile.
Yeah. No, they recognize you. You recognize them.
Okay, excellent. I think I would propose traveling with them up until they get to the construction point, and then our party will attempt to ford the bank. If the guards would offer helping us cross more quickly, that would be appreciated, and I would be more than willing to make a diplomacy check for that.
No need, because the guard will say, any extra protection is always welcomed, and the Dame Crab sent us to assist as much as we can, and we'll gladly assist where we can.
Perfect.
Are they carrying lumber as well as tools, or just tools?
You do see that they're carrying. Some of them are carrying tools. Some of them are lugging lumber. They're carrying, the essentials to rebuild a bridge. Bricks, cement, lumber, whatever may. Some of them. There's a good grouping of people. It's like maybe, 7, 8 guards with 15 to 20 civilians all carrying equipment.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
This is what 3,000 gold buys you.
Nice. Like it.
Yeah.
And do you wait for the carriage group to catch up, or do you ride back to them? And
Yeah, we would write back to them, and then we'll just catch up together.
all right, you guys are able to all catch up, and it's a slow travel. They're having to carry stuff and walk their way to the bridge. But eventually you do make it to the bridge, where before we move maps, because I'm gonna bring us to the bridge. We're gonna be there. We are going to prepare for the bridge.
Oh, Pie. As I'm up there with the group, I do warn the guards about the dangers that I'd faced the previous time I was there, and give them all the details that I can to
The snake.
The snake, and then any other possible hostile creatures, the golden pebble, and any other hostile creatures that I saw when we were there, and just give them the initial understanding of what they'd be going up against, weak points, and obviously, that guy, and how to spot it, and then how to avoid it as well. And I will tell them that since I fought one of these things before, I will make a personal trip up and down the banks for some distance, just to make sure I don't spot anything right away before anybody gets close.
Understood. How so very kind of you.
You know me. It's just a kind thing to do. It's what the Zafeíris are known for.
Mm-hmm. Of course. Yeah, you can tell them that. You can warn them. The guards, they say we'll keep we'll be extra vigilant, while we're on the coast and the bridge. And I will say, as we prepare for the bridge, that is where we will call it a session. I really need to make the music autoplay when I move us to this scene, damn it.
That's okay, I'll just hum it.
Oh, we got it. We got it.
Good.
We will go to the bridge the next time we play in session 37.
Take it to the bridge.
Take it to the bridge, y'all.
Jesus Christ.
Great game, as always. Happy dungeon delving, everyone, and Pie.
Yeah, as always, good pie and stay sweet, and see you in the next one. I'm ad-libbing. See you in the next one where I might or may not kill the party once more.
Yeah.
Yay!